The Legend of Trendula and the Trendelburg. Once upon a time, a race of powerful giants inhabited the castles and fortresses along the Diemel and the Upper Weser. The mightiest of the giants in the Reinhardswald was Kruko. Kruko had 3 daughters, Brama, Saba, and Trendula. However, Trendula was a very willful child. One day, she went from the castle into the valley. There, she saw an ox working in the fields. Enchanted by what she thought was a toy, she gathered everything in her apron, the ox, the plow, and the farmer, and carried it into the castle to play with at home. But when she excitedly showed her father the new toy, he reacted differently than expected. The old man became quite serious, shook his head, and said, "Child, what have you done? This is no toy. The farmer with his team provides our bread. Where you took it from, take it back." After the death of their father, Brama and Saba embraced Christianity. Trendula, however, remained faithful to the old pagan beliefs. She had no good heart and pursued her sisters wherever she could. Brama took it to heart so much that she wept day and night. Eventually, she went blind. Unable to endure it any longer, she left her father's castle and built the Bramburg on the other bank of the Weser. Saba also did not want to stay with her wicked sister any longer and built the Sababurg in the Reinhardswald. In the evenings, when the dense fog settled into the valleys of Diemel and Weser, Saba often visited her blind sister. When Trendula became aware of this, she felt unjustly excluded. This made her so angry that she decided to confront Saba. One night, she met Saba near the Krukenburg, as she was on her way home after visiting her sister. The 2 sisters argued fiercely, and in her uncontrollable anger, Trendula killed her sister. To this day, the area is called the Murder Chamber. From then on, Trendula was rarely seen. She built the Trendelburg above the Diemel and lived there with her many children. It was said that she engaged in blasphemous activities with the gifts of God and made shoes and various toys for her children from bread and breadcrumbs. One day, a terrible storm gathered over Trendelburg, and after 7 days and 7 nights, it still did not relent. It was decided to appease the wrath of heaven through a sacrifice. They agreed that fate would decide who should go out into the open field and expose themselves to the lightning. Fate chose Trendula. But as soon as she stood alone in the open field, a storm cloud gathered, and a terrible lightning struck her, killing her. Immediately, the storm dissipated, and the distress came to an end. However, at the spot where the lightning struck, 2 deep holes remained, still known today as the Wolkenbrüche or cloud bursts. If you like this story, feel free to share and subscribe.